Welcome to Drysen Learns Things. Today I'm talking to Jason Donnelly. Hello. Jason, hi. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Hey. How are you? You look great.
I'm good. So, if I understand correctly, recently or a little while ago, you started or were part of Marketing Combat, starting that podcast, and we're going to talk a little bit about the things you've learned starting it and just that entire process. So,
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Fantastic. So I was working in a ad agency here in Denmark, and we wanted to play around. We had this other podcast called Social Media Sucks that they started before I got there. And it was like your regular podcast episode, just going through a bunch of different topics that are happening and just talking about them. Social media sucks, having fun with it. And we thought, what are all the best parts about podcasts? Like the fun times, the silliness, the news, the entertainment, the education, all of it in one. But we also didn't want to do this hour and a half long. Some of these episodes are getting crazy. We wanted to do a quick 5-10 minute episode so that we could get it out there as quick as possible, and just kind of did it. So we did every day, dropping an episode every weekday, and tried to get it out as much as we could.
That was actually a little bit of inspiration behind this podcast, was that quick, just 5-10 minutes of talking, and you get something out there, and it's, I don't want to say low effort because it still takes time to come up with your topic and everything else, but you're not spending hours and hours and hours trying to prep and prepare and try to figure out what are we going to talk about.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit, when you guys launched the podcast, what was the end goal? Like, why did you do it in the first place?
The biggest thing that we wanted was this term that everybody's throwing around that I hate even saying out loud, but just thought leadership. We wanted to get out there and make sure that people knew who we were, what we did, and hopefully, fingers crossed, get some new clients so that we could help them do what we talked about on all the episodes.
Absolutely. So I've got to ask, did it work?
Here's the thing that I really, like, as soon as I saw that you were doing this, that I wanted to tell anybody who sees these episodes, if you want to do the thing. But I learned so much so quick from doing the thing every day, like just diving in. And we did 40 episodes in 2 months. Like that's a big number for podcasts. Yeah. And I learned so much so quick that at about 30 episodes, I went to Chris and said, "You're not going to like what I'm going to say to you, but I want to redo everything. I want to relaunch. I want to re-edit. I want to redo social media. I want to fix everything," because I learned so much in such a short time that I felt bad about my first stuff. Like the first episode, second episode, the editing, the way that I did it, the imagery. We talked a little bit about imagery for it, and nothing clicked, and it wasn't the same throughout. So I really wanted to go back and make changes, and I did. And it's still coming out as we talk right now every day.
But I think what I love about
your
that
question.
I think what I love about that is it's important to just get started and not be perfect, because you can learn what you're doing as you're doing it, but it doesn't have to be perfect from the get-go. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah. I mean, as I'm a novelist too, so I think it's vomit, put it on the page, put it out there, get it out, and just make it happen. Because there's so many people who say they want to do stuff and then just sit on it and don't do anything. I would rather have something that I can learn from than just wishing for something to happen. So just do it.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about your personality and then just the expert knowledge you put into building this thing. Talk to me about some of those pieces of expertise, or those things that really, made it you.
I think the best part about it was Chris and I could just be us and just be silly. And there's so much, if you see me on LinkedIn these days, there's so much BS going out on these networks, people copying everybody, people saying the exact same thing in a little twisted different way. And it's horrible. It's not worth it. Like, you don't know anybody's personality. So I think across my social media recently and this podcast, it was just an opportunity to be me, be us, and just have fun with it. So I think that's a really important thing. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to copy somebody else's podcast, book, whatever you want to do. Just do you and find your voice if you don't already know it. Yeah.
The very previous episode that I was recording, we were talking about how important it is just to be authentic and not try to put on that mask or that face or pretend to be someone else, because it is important to be authentic in yourself, because I don't know, I believe that businesses are black and white, but the people within them are not. And that's who you want to talk to is the people behind the entity, so to speak.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
I'm getting sick and tired of copies of copies.
I feel you.
Yeah.
You are actually job hunting right now. You've kind of got a unique situation, so I want to get this and promote you a little bit here. What's going on?
Thank you. Yeah. So I was brought into a meeting and I was told, this isn't a you thing. This is an us thing. But that being said, I am now in Denmark on the job hunt and looking for just really anything in marketing, advertising, writing. And as an English native, it's a little rough out there on the market. As every advertiser on the planet knows these days, it's rough. But now I'm in a smaller country that doesn't necessarily speak my language. So it's a little rougher right now. But I'm making connections. I'm doing some work for a place right now that I'm not going to mention the name, but it's nice, and so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, and one more thing, yesterday or the day before, I entered this, not a contest, but I tried to get into Tech Barbecue.
Yeah.
And they accepted, and I'm going for free, and I'm going to network. So if you're going to Tech Barbecue, come see me. I have a hilarious shirt that I'm hoping works. I just made it today. Before this, I was very stressed out about getting here because I had it made custom. And they were like, you can pick it up today or tomorrow, but I'm busy tomorrow. So
Gotcha.
this is exciting. It's exciting talk right here.
I kind of want to see it now. I'm super curious.
I can get it. It's in the closet.
We've got, yeah, if you got like 30 seconds, go quick. And while you're doing that, I'm going to share a little bit here because there was something you shared on LinkedIn. It was a video you put together about the way everything came to. It's a QR code. Oh my! So in the playback, it's going to be able to see it, but right now our internet is not great enough, so I can't tell what it says.
It says looking for an English native writer, connect on LinkedIn.
I like your mentality, like your creative style, the video you put together. It just makes me laugh, and so thank you for that.
That's all I want. I just want to have fun and make connections. So let's connect.
That's the important thing. So, Jason, thanks again for being on the podcast today. Today's episode is sponsored by the Made by Things Discovery Workshop, where people can check that out at madebythings.com/discovery, your content creation partner. But more importantly, Jason, thank you. This was fun. I appreciated this.
Yeah. I had a good time. I hope anybody listening, I will leave with one anecdote. Anecdote. Anywho, I'll leave with one quick story. As a writer, I already said I was a writer. I've had a lot of books put out, and I've had so many people from my past, from high school, from whatever, reach out to me and say, "Ooh, you've published books. Can you tell me how to do it?" And I say, "No, write the book. Garbage. Write 100 pages, and I will help you. I will look at it. I will edit it. I will give you help. I will do anything that I can to get you where you want to be." And every single person who's ever talked to me about writing a book has never, ever, ever come back with a few pages to talk to me. So if you want to do something, do it. Don't just waste your time talking. Please. We need more art. That's my last thing.
That is the perfect ending. I love it. All right. We're done. Thank you, Jason. We'll see y'all next time.
15.
Drysen Learns Things is brought to you by the Discovery Workshop from Made by Things. If you are looking for a content partner to help you brainstorm, set goals, and create content that truly resonates with your audience, check us out at madebythings.com/discovery.